Any time that you ship a spacecraft to Florida for flight and end up a week later operating on the moon, I declare that a success. I will say that we shipped out. We had a great processing down with SpaceX at the PPF, or Payload Processing Facility, with them. We went through wet dress rehearsal and launched on February 26th. Like they indicated, we had a 7-day mission transit to the surface. Now, we think that we've been very successful to this point. However, I do have to tell you that we don't believe we're in the correct attitude on the surface of the moon yet again. I don't have all the data yet to say exactly what the attitude of the vehicle is. We're collecting photos now and downlinking those, and we're going to get a picture from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter camera from above, from orbit, and we'll confirm that over the coming days as we get that data down. I can say, though, that we are charging on the surface. We have commanding, uplink, and downlink from the vehicle to our ground network on the ground in 8 dishes in 6 different countries. So we are communicating. We can command payloads on and off. We can send commands to the vehicle, and we have powered down and done some power conservation steps as prudent measures to see how long and what objectives we can accomplish in the mission going forward. When we get that full assessment, we will then work closely with NASA, science and technology groups to identify science objectives that are of the highest priority. And then we'll figure out what the mission profile will look. It will be off nominal because we're not getting everything that we had asked for in terms of power generation, communications, et cetera. However, if you think about it, we flew our liquid oxygen, liquid methane propulsion system that we make in-house. We fired that 6 times during the mission and burned for a total of over 23 minutes. The last burn you saw today was 15 minutes long for powered descent. Each one of those burns, the team executed flawlessly, and the last 3 burns were done totally autonomously with single commands sent to the vehicle with hours ahead of time, in which we actually, the vehicle performed the last burn behind the backside of the moon. So incredible autonomy demonstrated by the propulsion system and the mission ops team. I would say our navigation profile, our algorithms, the 4 algorithms we use in order to determine crater recognition, or our optical crater recognition techniques that we use, performed great. It's really new technology that we've invented in-house to create this kind of precision navigation. We did have some challenges with measurements coming out of our laser rangefinders. Those are sticky little things like we had from the last mission, which we'll go dive into and understand why those measurements were so noisy. Tim might be able to talk about that a little bit better. But we've traveled over 1 million kilometers out to the moon. We did 39 orbits around the moon in the past 72 hours. That's essentially operating a data relay satellite in orbit with our own ground station network. So the ground system worked seamlessly with orbit determination, precision. You recall from the first flight that we had some trouble with orbit determination and getting a pinpoint accuracy of where we were in space as we got closer to the moon. We ended up getting confirming measurements from many dishes around the world. And so orbit determination, we can put anything in orbit with precision using our ground network now. So we've made considerable strides since mission 1. And the team is, like our white flight, Gene Krantz came and visited us this weekend and told us he was impressed with our professionalism and competence. And so I can't say enough about the team and how they executed and carry themselves. And like always, they worked through any technical challenges we went, and we'll just have to do the reconstruction and figure out exactly what the attitude is in the location, and then we'll get on with the rest of the mission as we can. Thanks, Nolfo. That's it.